Walter Benjamin wrote, in Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction, "Architecture has always represented the prototype of a work of art, reception of which is consummated by the collectivity in a state of distraction." Although Benjamin recognized this prototypical state, he was keenly aware of the continued complication of seeing, as the modern world created a layered complexity beyond immediate comprehension. Benjamin believed that the film camera could provide a new way of thinking about and looking at the city. He developed a theory of unconscious optics. He believed that the camera would allow us to reperceive reality and therefore be able to critically apprehend what had become culturally invisible. Here, the camera intervenes with the resources of its lowering and liftings, its interruptions and isolations, its extensions and accelerations. The camera introduces us to unconscious optics as the psychoanalysis to unconscious impulses. Fragmentation becomes a way of understanding the space of the modern world. Montage becomes the essential tool for deciphering life. Architecture is losing the battle of image in a media culture that is becoming more distracted and promoting more passivity. The Cinemathequetonics seeks to reinsert architecture into the active media landscape. Architecture has the power to become a known mediator only if it achieves unique conditions of reconception and experiential framing. If it can, once again, achieve what Benjamin describes as the shock effect. This activated mediation will facilitate a deeper understanding of self in relation to others and the social space we inhabit. This is the goal. Montage is the strategy. Montage, French for monter, to ascend, mount, or assemble. Montage is the art of assembling individual shots into a dynamic system, leading to a heightened effect. Here we see it in Alphaville.
Alphaville s'était développé à un rythme inouï, en suivant les conseils de ces cerveaux électroniques, qui se développaient eux-mêmes par la même occasion en se créant des problèmes que l'imagination humaine était trop lente à se poser. Les gens venant du dehors étaient assimilés au fur et à mesure, surtout les Suédois, les Allemands et les Américains. Les autres, inassimilables, étaient purement et simplement tués. Je traversais le théâtre des exécutions. Normalement, on asseyait les gens dans la salle et on les électrocutait sur leurs fauteuils pendant la représentation d'un spectacle. Ensuite, on les vidait.
Architect turned filmmaker Sergei Eisenstein, who defined the term and was its most passionate defender, practiced what is known as dialectical montage. The shots appear to collide, forcing a viewer to engage their powers of reason to create the necessary connections that bring meaning. A film can present a fragmented data set with confidence, as the human mind has no choice but to construct a whole. In Art in the Age of Mechanical Reproduction, Walter Benjamin said that talkies and architecture were both art forms received passively. But Eisenstein clearly believed that this passivity could be disrupted through the perpetual interjection of discontinuous imagery, forcing the spectator to mount each successive shot. Montage is not simply the technique of cutting shots together. It is a dynamic system for the expression of ideas. It is often confused with continuity editing, the central method by which stories are told in American film.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's Ferris.
What? What's wrong?
What's wrong? For Christ's sake, look at him, honey.
Ferris?
He doesn't have a fever, but he says his stomach hurts and he's seeing spots.
What's the matter, Ferris?
Papa?
Honey, feel his hands. They're cold and clammy.
I'm fine. I get up.
No!
I have a test today.
No.
I have to take it. I want to go to a good college so I can have a fruitful life.
Honey, you're not going to school like this now.
Oh, fine. What's this? What's his problem?
Herein, the edit basically disappears, as it is only in service of the next logical point of focus. Ferris Bueller's Day Off opens with a wide shot of a suburban home. We hear the sound of a man and a woman talking. The woman says, "Look at him." Cut to a close-up of Ferris. This kind of editing attempts to dissolve our awareness of the edit, to serve a seamless whole, a hyperlogic filmic totality, more real than actual reality. This continuity understanding of buildings as a tool for sequential view construction has been well explored in the 20th century, but can be traced back to Auguste Choissy's 1898 analysis of the Acropolis. He reconceives the ancient collection of built form as an elaborate series of framing devices deployed along a designed path. His intensive storyboarding of the space and relationships was highly influential to both Le Corbusier and Eisenstein, whose sketched reanalysis we see here. More recently, Jean Nouvel has explored and exaggerated similar phenomenon with the Arab Institute in Paris. He said, "Architecture exists like cinema, in the dimension of time and movement. To erect a building is to predict and seek effects of contrast linkage through which one passes. In the continuous sequence that a building is, the architect works with cuts, edits, framings, and openings." Montage and continuity editing are methods of cutting to express an idea or story. They can be set in opposition to a mise-en-scène understanding of cinematic space, where there is no cut. A single frame in a single shot attempts to contain all necessary information. Here we see this approach in Fellini's 8½. The term mise-en-scène comes from French theater and essentially means to put on stage. Every frame of a film could be understood as a proscenium on which data is arranged. In montage, the story is told with film. The medium is the message. With mise-en-scène, the story is told on film. A single frame attempts to contain the entire world of the movie. The selection of a montage or mise-en-scène approach is really a matter of priority. Movies never fully depend on one method. A filmmaker defines whether the story will be primarily told on or with film.